Okay, welcome everyone. Today we're diving deep into a name that just sounds strong. Lohagad, the Iron Fort.
It really
Yeah.
does, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
has that immediate sense of power.
Exactly. And it's more than just a name, right? It's this symbol, a real testament to strategy, a huge hill fort right in Maharashtra.
Right.
So our mission today, looking at the sources we have, is really to unpack why this particular fort was so incredibly important to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his vision of Swaraja, his independent kingdom.
What made it iron, not just literally, but strategically?
Yes, exactly that. Its role in history, the cleverness behind how it was used.
Yeah.
That's what we want to get into.
And look, for you listening, we're hoping this journey gives you a kind of shortcut to understanding some really fascinating stuff, 17th century military thinking, historical turning points in India, and just the genius of Shivaji Maharaj.
By the end, the idea is you won't just know some facts about Lohagad, you'll actually feel its significance, understand how it's slotted into everything else.
That's the goal.
Okay, so let's set the scene a bit. Where exactly are we talking about?
We're near Lonavala in the Pune district of Maharashtra, and it's high up, really high,
Right.
about 3,389 feet, or 1,033 meters above sea level.
Wow. Right up in the Sahyadri Mountains, it must just dominate the view.
It absolutely does, a commanding spot. And what's really interesting is, it wasn't always Shivaji Maharaj's fort.
Oh, right. Who held it before him?
Well, going back, it was controlled by the Bahmani Sultanate and then later the Adilshahi rulers from Bijapur. These were major powers in the Deccan back then.
So they clearly saw its value, too. What was it about Lohagad that made it so sought after, even before Shivaji?
Geography, mostly. It always comes down to location, doesn't it?
Almost always.
Lohagad basically sits astride the Pawna and Indrayani valleys. Controlling the fort meant controlling movement through these valleys.
And these valleys were important. Why? Trade, military.
Both, really. They were key routes linking the Konkan coast, the rich coastal area with the Deccan Plateau inland. Vital for trade, vital for moving troops quickly.
Got it. So if you held Lohagad, you had a stranglehold on that whole corridor.
Pretty much, yeah. A major strategic asset.
Which brings us to Shivaji Maharaj. He must have looked at this and thought, I need that. So 1648 CE, he makes his move against the Adilshahi.
He does. And this is where it gets fascinating because the sources mention it was a strategic military campaign with little resistance.
Little resistance. For such a key fort, that seems surprising.
It does. And the sources suggest not a long war, possibly a short siege or surrender. This really points to Shivaji's brilliance, even early on.
How so? What does that tell us?
Well, it suggests it wasn't just about throwing men at the walls. It hints at good intelligence, maybe some psychological tactics, decisive, quick action. He gets this critical fort without this massive, costly fight.
Kind of sets the stage for how he operated later, perhaps.
Yeah.
Fast, strategic strikes.
Exactly. It's like an early blueprint, very different from the usual long sieges of that time. Shows incredible foresight.
But the story doesn't end there, does it? He didn't hold it continuously from 1648 onwards.
No, there's a twist. In 1665, under the Treaty of Purandar, Shivaji actually had to surrender Lohagad, along with other forts, to the Mughals.
Ouch. That must have been a blow. Why did that happen?
Immense pressure from the Mughal general Mirza Raja Jai Singh. It was a tactical move, really. A painful one, yes, but probably seen as necessary to sort of regroup and avoid a bigger disaster at that specific moment.
A strategic retreat, maybe?
You could see it that way, but it shows the pressures he was under. But then what happens next is key.
Recapture.
Yes. Just 5 years later, 1670, Shivaji launches this big offensive, basically breaks the treaty, and takes back many forts, including Lohagad, dramatically recaptured.
That shows incredible resilience bouncing back like that.
Absolutely. Determination. He knew how vital these forts were for Swaraja, and he wasn't going to leave them in Mughal hands for long if he could help it.
And he wasn't doing this single-handedly, obviously. Who were the key people around him making this happen? We know Shivaji was the mastermind, but who else?
Oh, definitely a team effort. You had figures like Morapant Trimbak, crucial for planning, logistics, how to actually run the fort once you got it.
Right, the practical side.
Then there's Netaji Palkar, leading cavalry raids nearby, disrupting the enemy, keeping them off balance.
So offensive actions supporting the main goal.
Exactly. And Anaji Dado focused on the administration side after the capture, setting up the systems needed.
Makes sense. You need structure.
And you absolutely cannot forget the Maratha Mavalas.
The local warriors.
Yes, from the Mavel region itself. These guys knew the hills, masters of mountain warfare. They were the ones often doing the actual climbing, the scaling, securing the fort. Their local knowledge was priceless. Teamwork and that deep local support were fundamental.
So once it's firmly back in Maratha hands after 1670, what does Shivaji do with it? Does he just maintain it or does he enhance it?
Oh, he enhances it, big time. He saw its potential beyond just defense. He strengthened the walls, the bastions, built stronger gates, really reinforcing its iron fort status.
Making it tougher to crack.
Definitely. But maybe the most tangible example of its new role, treasure storage.
Treasure. From where?
Remember the famous Surat raid in 1664? Immensely wealthy trading city. The sources say Lohagad became a key place to store that loot.
Wow. So it wasn't just a military base. It was literally the Swaraj's bank vault, in a way.
In a very real way, yes. Securing the finances needed for his kingdom building. That shows incredible trust in the fort's security.
That is a powerful image. But storing all that wealth there, wouldn't that make it an even bigger target for enemies?
Absolutely. A calculated risk, perhaps. It underlines just how impregnable he must have felt it was, or could be made.
So what else did he do to, secure this investment?
Well, more defenses. New watchtowers were built, better surveillance over the whole Mayville region, giving earlier warnings.
Eyes on the approaches.
Precisely. And crucially, it wasn't just soldiers. He set up a proper administrative structure within the fort. Raja officials were appointed for taxes, law, defense coordination.
So it becomes a hub, not just a garrison.
Exactly. An integrated part of the state machinery. Military, administrative, and economic functions all rolled into one strategic location.
Fascinating. And architecturally, what can we still see today that reflects that strategic design?
Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
The main entrance, Ganesh Darwaja, it's still there, largely intact, speaks volumes about the construction quality.
Amazing. Are there other gates?
Yes, 3 others, Narayan Darwaja, Hanuman Darwaja, and Maha Darwaja. Each likely positioned for specific defensive advantages, creating bottlenecks for attackers.
Right, controlling the flow of any assault.
And then there's the Vinchu Kata. You have to picture this.
Okay.
It means scorpion's tail. It's this long, narrow, naturally extending ridge, like a tail, jutting out from the main fort.
Wow. What was that for?
A perfect watch point. Sentries there could see for miles down the valleys. An incredible early warning system. Gave Shivaji precious time to prepare if an enemy was sighted.
That's ingenious use of the natural terrain.
Absolutely. And practical things, too. Large water tanks carved right out of the rock. Essential for surviving a siege, ensuring a water supply. Self-sufficiency was key.
Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. We've talked location, capture, recapture, enhancements, features. Why was Lohagad so central? A cornerstone, as you said, for Swaraja.
It comes down to a combination of factors, really. First, that unbeatable strategic location controlling those vital roads, Pune, Konkan, Mayville. It was the linchpin.
The geographical advantage.
Second, its role as a base, not just defensive but offensive too. Storing wealth from Surat, yes, but also launching attacks from it. A multi-tool for the Maratha military and economy.
Right, the operational hub.
Third, the sheer natural defense. Its height, the steep cliffs, made it incredibly hard to attack. A natural shield.
That hill advantage.
Exactly, and when you add Shivaji's reinforcements on top of that, formidable.
So it really feels like Lohagad wasn't just one piece of the puzzle, but almost a model for Swarajya itself, integrating defense, economy, administration in one strong point. Is that going too far?
No, I don't think that's going too far at all. That's a really good way to put it. It was like a microcosm of his larger vision for an independent, well-run, secure state. And beyond all the practical stuff, it also became this powerful symbol, didn't it? A symbol of Maratha resilience, strength, Shivaji's vision made real, standing strong against much larger empires.
A symbol of self-rule.
Precisely.
Okay, just to lock it in, can we do a super quick recap of the key dates?
Sure. So 1648, Shivaji takes it from the Adilshahis. First big capture.
Got it.
Then 1665, temporarily handed over to the Mughals, Treaty of Purandar, the dip,
Right.
1670. Recaptured decisively by Shivaji, back in Maratha hands for good during his reign.
The comeback.
And remember, that period, roughly 1664 to 1670 and beyond, that's when it's really functioning as that treasure store and key defensive stronghold. So captured, lost briefly, then recaptured and made central to Swaraja.
That really clarifies the timeline. So Lohagad, the Iron Fort,
Yeah.
clearly so much more than just rocks and walls. Its strategy, its resilience, its foresight, all embodied in one place.
Absolutely. It shaped things. And reflecting on this, the way Shivaji used it, treasure house, attack base, lookout, it really shows how vital identifying and leveraging key strength can be.
Hmm.
It kind of makes you think, doesn't it? How understanding the strategic value of, well, a place on a map can give you insights into history, leadership, maybe even planning today.
So the final thought for you, listening.
Yeah, maybe consider, what does it mean for you to find and use your own Lohagads, those key points of strength or foresight or strategic advantage in whatever you're doing? How can you make your own efforts as fortified, as forward-thinking as Shivaji's Iron Fort?